Presumptive Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump called Iraq Harvard for terrorism at a campaign event in Raleigh, North Carolina.
And instead of staying there with a fairly small force, he announces to the world he's going to take everybody out. And they'll be out by a certain date. And the only thing that was a little surprising is the enemy didn't believe him, because they said nobody could be that stupid to announce that we're going to be out on a certain date. And then that date came and we were gone. We were gone. We shouldn't have been there. We shouldn't have destabilized. Saddam Hussein was a bad guy, right? He was a bad guy, really bad guy. But you know what he did well? He killed terrorists. He did that so good. They didn't read him the rights. They didn't talk. They were a terrorist. It was over. Today, Iraq is Harvard for terrorism. You want to be a terrorist, you go to Iraq. It's like Harvard. Okay? So sad. We have so many people.
Trump has been saying since last October that the Middle East would be more stable if Muammar Gaddafi and Saddam Hussein were still in power in Libya and Iraq.
When you look at what's going on, and then you look at what's going on with ISIS, where they're blowing up airplanes, where they're doing things that are just inconceivable, that hasn't happened to medieval times. I mean, we studied history, and we loved history. I loved history. Chopping off heads, that's medieval times. Today, it's like a common occurrence. And these are animals. These are animals that have to be stopped. And I was against the war in Iraq. Now, I was a civilian. I'm a businessman. It was a long time ago, but I was against it. And I was always against it. I didn't want to go the war in Iraq. I said, I think you're going to destabilize the Middle East. I think you're going to have a lot of problems. Who would have known this is going to happen? And on top of everything else, what else did we get out? Other than a total destabilization, a total mess, thousands and thousands of our lives and other lives, their lives, thousands and thousands of our young people's lives destroyed.